it's a jam. It's not supposed to be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I would say this game is a masterpiece, but
this game is a masterpiece.
but yeah.
A toothbrush, an instrument of mundane utility, turned into an instrument of damnation. Are you ready to kill someone?
Okay.
There's a pretty obvious corpse on the middle of the room. There's another corpse on the chandelier, but we don't talk about that one. That doesn't matter.
Hi gamers and developers, and welcome to another GDT vlog. On today's vlog, we're going to talk about the So Bad It's Good Jam 2023, and this was a great jam. You're gonna hear all about it in this vlog. It was awesome. We have an awesome game to show you, and we have two team members of the team here. This is a very simple jam. It's a jam that lasts for 9 days, where you have to make a game based on a theme, and the game has to be bad. It has to be like a cringy game, but it must not be a game that plays badly. It's just a bad game. So we have, like I said, two team members of the team here, and I'll let them introduce themselves as always. And let's start here with João, your name and your role.
Hi, I'm João. I was one of the programmers, the narrative writer for Timmy, because it's one of the characters, and the artist for Timmy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Alexander. I was in the programming role. I also wrote Scruffy and did his art.
I also participated on this jam, so I also was a programmer, also narrative. I'll talk about that later, but I drew Brett and wrote for this character. The other two team members for this team were André Correia, who was also a programmer, and João Lopes, who was our main artist. So this might be kind of confusing because our choice for this jam was each one of us, so we're 5 in total, made one character, and then João drew all of the other assets that you'll be able to see during the gameplay. Besides that, we all wrote the narrative for the game because this is a point-and-click narrative game, yeah. So, what can you tell us about the game?
The game takes place in a hotel. It's a classic murder mystery story. And we felt like that was a really good place to make a game with this theme. So bad it's good, because it's very easy to write this type of cliche murder story. I'm sorry for the part. Murder story who has twists and turns, and everyone is the murderer basically, and has a reason to murder.
So you're spoiling already the viewers back at home. Okay, yeah, so the game is called Murder at Hotel Lisbon, and like João mentioned, it's a point-and-click game written in a very bad style, and you have to solve the murder for one of the people who died at the hotel. Do you want to tell us, Alexandre, how did we come up with this idea?
I thought just the idea of, like you said, a murder mystery, like a cliche idea. It's the idea of just taking that and turning it upside down and be like, everyone's the murderer, like you said. It was like, we were really neat, and we also wanted to take the jam differently. Instead of programmers being on the programming side and artists being on the art side. We're just like, yeah, even if you are a programmer and you don't really draw, just draw your character, and it were more like an experiment and just to have fun. And yeah,
I think we took a very nice approach to this one because the main objective of the jam was making a bad game. I think we kind of were free on that aspect of just drawing ourselves the sprites, because there was no problem that they looked bad, and we didn't even decide what art style we would make, just so that everyone would make what they felt like the character should represent, and that's why we ended up having so many different sprites, which actually help in the bad part. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys see a bit of the game. We'll let you see the introduction. So before we start, we actually kind of made some voice acting for this game, but we ended up not putting it in the game because we ran out of time. But because this is a vlog, and I think it's better for the narrative part, we'll let you hear the voices for the characters. So João was the detective, so he'll make the voice acting for this introduction. So yeah, you can start.
fate sinister embrace, a chilling encore in our hotel of death. Your gaze falls upon the savagely mangled remains, a tableau of uncomfortable, unfathomable horror, a terrifying symphony, a toothbrush, an instrument of mundane utility, turned into an instrument of damnation. Are you ready to kill someone?
Okay. So yeah, you can see this is very silly humor. João, tell me, how does this game work?
Basically, there was a murder at the hotel.
Yeah.
There's a pretty obvious corpse on the middle of the room. There's another corpse on the chandelier, but we don't talk about that one. That doesn't matter. And basically, the manager of this hotel was murdered. And there are 5 main suspects. We have the Timmy, one of the guests. We have Brad Eaton, I'm sorry, who is his brother. Scruffy, the janitor. Karen, his wife. And Mr. Whiskers, the cat of the manager, and Karen.
You can see it right there on the screen that you get to talk with the people and ask them questions. So can you tell us about the cycle of conversation and how it works?
So basically, we have like 4 cycles.
4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5. Basically, in the order you click on the character and you talk is going to influence the ending, which is really weird, but it's a way of like making everyone have a different ending. Makes the game more replayable. Even one of the comments we had from the creator itself,
of the jam,
he was saying, I really loved that. I had all the endings and it was really funny and so bad it's good, like the title.
So I can talk a little also about that because to let Alexandre also play, but we have 5 characters in total, so we made 1 character for each one of us. And how it works is everyone is suspicious. Every time you talk with one character, they end up blaming another character. You can go to the other character and they will blame another character until you have no more characters to blame. And you have 5 different cycles of conversations that end up blaming one suspicious person that has no alibi to defend themselves of the crime. Do you want to talk? I know you didn't work on the achievements, but do you want to talk about this?
The achievements are really easy. There is an achievement for each ending. So there is an achievement for when you accuse Timmy of being the murderer, an achievement for when you accuse the brother, Scruffy, Mr. Whiskers, Karen, and even the detective.
And before we actually pass on to the comments on the jam, Alexandre, do you want to tell us about the humor for this game?
The humor itself, it's something. Basically, it's all the ideas, text channel of Discord on art thread. For some reason, we were writing in the art. But it was really funny. We just had a lot of ideas, and each would write, and then. Like we said earlier, we divided the characters for each member, so everyone has it kind of humor, but at the same time it really works well because it's supposed to be bad. So sometimes it has like a Shakespeare type of writing and with some humor, and then it just can I say a swear word? And it's really funny. I think really worked well.
Yeah, I think
in
so.
the end.
I think so too. So if you play this game, and we recommend that you do play this game back at home, I think our humor was inspired by each one of us. So you have very different types of humor there. I think at least one person will catch your eye on that matter. So it will be a fun game nonetheless. What were your guys' opinions about this jam in particular?
The jam was really cool. It was an interesting jam because it's not every day that you participate in a jam where there are like 100 different themes you can apply to your game.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Even the suggestions they made to the game, the combine every theme they gave us to make the game was an interesting suggestion. So kind of made the process easier of deciding what game to do, because I remember when we were reading all the theme suggestions, we had a lot of ideas instantly. Eventually we settled on this one, but it was interesting the amount of the ideas that came from just having a ton of choice.
Yeah, I think one thing that I actually forgot saying was about the theme of the jam, because I mentioned this one was a theme jam, but the theme for this jam in particular was ended up being every suggestion combined. So you had lots of themes that you can choose from. So yeah, what about you, Alexandre?
Like I said, the team itself, it was like a mix-up of everything. At first I was like, okay, I don't know what to choose, but I think that helped with the chaos of the game. And I think if it were another team, we wouldn't have such liberty to make a creative game. So and the jam itself, I really liked it because there was a proximity between the creator itself and the jammers. So it was, they had a Discord server, and if you wanted to, you could just talk with other teams, and the creator itself like a really awesome vibe to it. And I think more jams should be like that, and there should be more communication between the contestants and that. Some jams it's impossible, like the game makers toolkits, it's impossible because there's a lot of people. But jams like this, it's really interesting to just have a discourse and see what other people are doing. It's really fun just going to a text channel and seeing like a game calls horse swimming, and you're like, yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, I completely agree. So you would recommend this game to other people?
This game, yeah, sure.
This game, sorry,
Sure.
the jam. This
The-
game also, but
The game also, it's really fun. But the jam itself, I would recommend.
What about you, Joel?
I also recommend.
Yeah, okay, so you heard it here. 3 people recommend this jam, so participate on it because it's really fun. And yeah, my last question for you guys is, do you have any advice for the viewers back at home?
It was a pretty chill jam. I don't know if anything happened I could have got advice. I guess I could say manage your time better, or make sure you planned the tasks of your game right, so you're not end up like us and have to cut content when you have finished the game. Because the voice acting was a big important step that would elevate the comedy even more, I think.
Yeah.
Even the fact that we were also planning to do the music a cappella, so that would have been super fun to do, but again, we didn't have time for it. So
I would say don't limit yourself by your skills. If you think you're bad at art, just try it. Maybe you like what you're doing, and just practicing. It's a jam. It's not supposed to be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I would say this game is a masterpiece, but
This game is a masterpiece.
but yeah, that's my advice. Don't limit yourself by your skills. Try something new. It's always fun.
Yeah, I completely agree with that one. I was actually also going to give advice, but I think it's very much in line with what Alexandre said. So yeah, just have fun. It's a jam. If you have time to do things, do things. If you're not, it's fine. You'll have so many other jams that you can participate on, and sometimes you'll just have something that you'll be proud of, like we are proud of this game. And yeah, I think that's all for today. And as always, thank you for watching. Go check our other videos on our YouTube channel. Go check our social media for updates on us, of course. And keep jamming, keep developing. Bye.